Today's video is sponsored by Masterworks. Masterworks is the first and only platform on which you can invest your hard-earned money in iconic forms of artwork ranging from Picasso to Banksy, KAWS to Basquiat, as well as many, many others. If this sounds like something you might like, we'll share more information about Masterworks at the end of today's MMA talk. Enjoy.
All right, let's get this show started.
Khamzat Chimaev went on to have his first decision victory at UFC 273 against Gilbert Burns in what many are already claiming to be a Fight of the Year contender. It was a back and forth war in which both combatants hurt and dropped the other. The contest went to all 3 rounds and the judges awarded Chimaev the win via unanimous decision. Now, Khamzat Chimaev and his head coach, ANDREAS MICHAEL, posted footage on social media of Chimaev getting back to work just 3 days after UFC 273's event ended. Here's the footage.
The date is 12th of April. 9th of April, we went to war. This is why this guy is going to become a champion. This is why. You understand? This is why this guy is going to become a champion. After a war like that, back in the gym, training. After a fucking war like that. I've been like here like since 8:30. And now it's 9:30. We'll have another half-hour training. That's why. Now you know. So, fuck you if you don't believe in us.
Khamzat Chimaev proved at UFC 273 that the hype behind him is all real and there's no stopping his dedication to one day become the world champion no matter how wild the obstacles are. Despite the win, many fans weren't impressed by Khamzat's performance at UFC 273 and criticized the UFC star for not being as good as many experts claimed him to be. Taking to his social media on Tuesday, Khamzat's head coach ANDREAS MICHAEL fired back at anyone dispelling the hype. Here's the post. Everyone talks about the hype train is over. How many fighters in the beginning of their careers, not even against top-ranked opponents, had absolute lackluster performances in their career? Shall I rack them up? Champions, legends, list goes on. This means nothing. A famous basketball player told me once, it's hard winning, damn hard. My opinion about this is that Khamzat was 40% last night because he went in with the mindset that he wanted to knock him out and show everyone who cares about everyone. People only support and love you when you're winning, so the only goal is the win. But like a warrior, he wanted a war. I was very upset because I believe and know what he can do. You haven't even seen that yet. It's scary. Learning, listening curve. Blessed to have the world's best team home, Grown All-Stars Training Center. People gonna underestimate us now. Big mistake. Be my guest. Aljamain Sterling defeated Petr Yan in this past Saturday's co-main event to retain the UFC bantamweight title in what was a back and forth affair. Rounds 2 to 5 were pretty easy to score, but it was the close opening frame that had both Sterling and Yan convinced that they had done enough to win the fight. One judge gave Yan round 1, with the other 2 awarding it to Sterling, which resulted in a split decision win for the champion. Speaking on the most recent episode of the Weighing In podcast, Big JOHN MCCARTHY shared his thoughts on the fight and explained why he believes Aljo lost round 1 against Petr Yan at UFC 273. He said, I was very impressed with Aljamain and the way he fought, but there's no way he won that first round. The heavier shots were landed easily by Yan, and I thought it was a smart tactic by Aljamain to stay on the outside, to move continuously, but he didn't land that much. He landed a couple of kicks, not real hard, and he got hit with some heavy shots for a little bit and right near the end. Yan really started landing some good shots. There's no way in the world you're going to tell me that Aljo won that first round, but I will say I thought he fought a great fight. The second round being the one, this is the difference. He won that second round huge. Now he did not damage Petr Yan, so I can see why they all went 10-9 with it, but it was the clearest round of all of them easily for Aljo. So if you're taking a look at it, the first round close, fourth round, fifth round close, but Petr Yan wins them. Second, third round easy for Aljamain Sterling, so I'm not upset with him winning the fight. What do you guys think of these comments from Big John? Do you think that Aljo lost round 1 versus Petr Yan at UFC 273? Let us know in the comment section. Speaking to Renee Paquette and Misha Tate on the Throwing Down podcast, UFC color commentator Paul Felder, who worked Octagon side during UFC 273, reflected on calling the 3-round brawl between Khamzat Chimaev and Gilbert Burns and explained why he views it as possibly the greatest experience he's had commentating during a fight. Here's the clip.
Well, one of them just happened on Saturday night. Gilbert Burns and Khamzat Chimaev is probably the most insane, awesome, fun experience I've ever had calling a fight. I mean, that was everything that I had hoped for in a matchup, right? When everybody asked me about 273, I was obviously excited for Volkanovski and Zombie. I'm a huge Zombie fan. And obviously I like Aljamain Sterling, and I think Petr Yan's one of the baddest dudes on the planet. But that fight, everybody wanted answers to how good is Khamzat. Is he really all this and a bag of chips like we've been talking about? Is Gilbert Burns big enough and strong enough to be able to give him a run for his money? And the answer is yes to all those things. I think Khamzat is all that. Maybe he's not yet the bag of chips quite yet, but Gilbert Burns is probably the baddest dude ever. I mean, that guy said, listen, he knew he was in for that kind of fight, and you could tell on the way he walked to the cage, the way he was taking those deep breaths. You know, Misha, you know what I'm talking about, that like,
yeah.
Oh, here we go. This is going to be insane. And, man, he almost got him out of there a couple times. He landed some big shots. That was a super close fight. Some people are still arguing today that it should have gone to Gilbert. I mean, I don't know. Again,
Yeah.
Here are the top 3 memes you guys posted on MMAmemes.com. In third place is a meme posted by user Milena. Second place goes to the West Coast Gangster. And the number 1 voted meme was posted by a user named UFC Memester.
If you want your meme to be included in our next video, go to MMAmemes.com and create your own meme. The top 3 memes will be placed at the end of our video.
During today's uncertain times, many people across the globe are discussing ways to not lose their hard-earned savings and to protect themselves against serious inflation. Creative, everyday people are looking for alternative means of diversifying their investments. One of the most ancient forms of monetary value has always been art, and historically, storing money in art has been limited only to the ultra wealthy. Until now. Thanks to Masterworks, you and I can now own shares of art crafted by legends like Picasso himself. This is a game changer, and after doing the research ourselves, it's clear that contemporary art is not a bad investment. Since 2017, Masterworks has offered and sold 3 paintings, and each has had over 30% returns for investors. What do you guys think? Would it be crazy for us to invest some extra cash into shares of contemporary art that have outpaced the returns from 500 of the largest public companies listed on the stock exchange. So, if you feel like now is not a bad time to pick up shares of art in a new market, then check out the link in the video description below for VIP passes, courtesy of the MMA Talk team. Let's make some money, champs. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with the latest MMA news.